Today we're going to talk about how to accelerate your trading skills. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Good morning, traders. Sunny morning in bright, beautiful Perth. Just down at the beach for a few minutes, having a quick dip, and just going to go over how to accelerate our trading skills today. Just went through an audio book by Josh Kaufman, Accelerate Your Learning, How to Learn Any New Skill in 20 Hours or Less. And there's 5 really key steps that he breaks it down into in the book that apply specifically to accelerating our learning as traders and how to keep getting better and focusing on constant progress. Now, some people debated as to whether or not this sort of flew in the face of the 10,000 hour rule, which is where most people, until they spend about 10,000 hours at any particular given task, they haven't really gotten to that unconscious competence mastery level. But one of the things that Josh clarifies in his book is that the 10,000 hour rule was based on research by a gentleman named Dr. Erickson from Florida State University, and what he was looking to try and identify was what was the real common denominator for people at the level like a Tiger Woods or a Michael Jordan or a Wayne Gretzky, people who are at the very top elite of their profession. And in that 1%, the elite in any endeavor, there was some common denominators, and one of them was that basically they had mastered skills well in excess of 10,000 hours, which got them to a level of unconscious competence. And so one of the things that Josh talks about is there's 5 key areas that the average person can develop and work on that will get them to a level to whereby it may impact their day-to-day life, but also maybe elevate their career skills, improve their ability to earn an additional income, or elevate their income earning potential, because the skill level that's required to get to that next level from where most people are at isn't the big difference of the 10,000 hour rule. Now, obviously, if you spend 10,000 hours and you've mastered a particular task in trading, and you're doing it properly, and you've already shown that edge, and you're maintaining that positive trade expectancy, well, that should only hopefully extrapolate out further and further for you. But those 5 key areas that Josh talks about is, number 1, deciding what you want. So setting a target performance level. So I'll use myself as an example. And one of those key things that I want in my life was lifestyle. So time freedom. I've said this in a lot. I do find, I am attracted to trading the London Open. I have a system that I have based on trading the London Open. But I find with my lifestyle, my kids, my long-term objectives, and what the market offers, that end-of-day trading is a huge bonus for me in terms of what can be done with it. Again, my own personal objectives, how I can execute that, my lifestyle, etc. So based on deciding what you want, number 1, and setting target performance levels, then I have to break that down. Number 2, break it down into the skills and the subset skills required to execute that process to make that target performance level happen. So basically, what is it? What are the skills required? What is the system, the trading system required for you to meet that target performance level, and the subset skills that need to happen for you to be able to do that. So for example, again, if we use the end-of-day trading model, okay, so we've got an end-of-day trading model, we've got a system. Now, what are the skills that I need to execute day in and day out to make that process happen and those targets to be hit? So for example, how will my trade triggers show up? Am I scanning the market with a computer scan every morning? Like, again, my New York close for me is 5 a.m. New York time. 5 p.m. New York time, that's 5 a.m. Perth time. So, I do run a scan. I have a Metastock scan code for some different systems. I have a Monday system, so I don't trade on Monday, but on Tuesday morning, I scan the major pairs for my Monday signals, which is based on a Tuesday entry. So are they limit orders? Are they market orders? And once you've put those orders in, where do your stops go? What is your money management and position sizing? How will you manage that trade now? So again, each day I check that trade. Do I move my stops? If the market hasn't hit my target, do I go to break even? Do I exit the trade after a certain amount of time? Do I add positions in for extra positions if the market moves favorably? So these are the subset skills. Now, how is your emotional or your mindset training to be able to handle size when you get to certain sizes, trade positions with managing those sizes? Does the market offer liquidity for you? If you're intraday trading, what time is it at? All these little things that are the basic subset skills that are required for you to meet the target performance level. And number 3, practice. Again, for me, the end-of-day trading model is really, I think, an awesome way to trade because Monday to Friday, that model, I think, shows up each week in almost all the major pairs. But it's also an easy model for me to test and accelerate my testing on that. And I try to manage those tests exactly as I would in real-life conditions. So that leads me to number 4, which is removing all obstacles from being able to follow those skills, those subset skills to meet the target performance level. So again, one of my challenges with end of day, again, the New York close is 5 a.m. Perth time. I have 3 young children, and for a few years, they were all getting up around 5 a.m., and my wife likes to sleep in. So we had to come to some agreements in terms of getting the kids managed early. So I just needed that, half hour to 45-minute time frame for me to go through my charts, to obviously monitor for triggers, to check my positions, anything that was happening there. So I had some juggling that I had to do with her. And the second component of that is, what distractions do I need to remove that would inhibit me from following through on that? So, just to use an example, so if you get a gym membership and it's 20 miles away or 30 kilometers away, is that going to be a barrier to you getting there on a regular basis to execute your workouts? And once you get there, are you going to be, tired or lethargic? Are you going at night after work? Or you're, all these little things. So for me, the trading again, removing all the barriers, well, that was easy for me. End of day trading, early morning, I'm up early. I like that time of day. Now it's usually quiet. The kids are quite good. They're just a little bit older. They know that I'm working at that time. I don't really have any issues with being there. That's my passion and what I love to do. So there's no barriers. So number 1, part of that is remove all obstacles that would interfere with you being able to follow through on these skills that require you to meet the target performance level. And then the second part of that is removing any possibility of you not following through on that. So that's your part, where is your mindset, anything else that might interfere with you being at the best and being there, whatever it is, day in, day out, or week in and week out, to follow through on executing your skills. And then the 5th component of that is the 20-hour rule. So Josh talks about, compacting this into 20 hours of defined learning time. So, I really think that the best way to do this, and he talks about this as well, is 2 20-minute blocks every day for 30 days. Now, I think even if you're doing a 20-minute block a day for 60 days, would that be something that everybody could do? And I think that is. I think people can find 20 minutes of uninterrupted, real pure focus time. So again, just to use myself as an example, if I'm going bar to bar, just randomly scrolling through different pairs, different markets, and using my end-of-day model and going bar to bar and doing 20 minutes of pure focused practice where I'm going through, putting my orders in, going to the next bar, seeing if the order was hit, where was my stop hit, what was the amount lost or gained, or what was my emotional state at that size, and following through as close to reality, as close to real life simulation as possible. And even forward testing this model day to day, even on, if you're writing it down, testing some of your markets in that same way. So it's not how long you're at the screen. So, I would spend 2 hours at the computer and my wife would say, "What are you doing?" I'd say, "Oh, I'm just working and testing some stuff." But maybe I'd only done real, 15, 20 minutes of real testing, of where I really accurately kept the data and actually monitored the real performance of testing that strategy out in a discretionary way. So 20 hours of real pure, uninterrupted, unadulterated learning, and journal that and keep track of all that. So again, just to recap, number 1, decide what you want and set target performance levels. Number 2, break it down, deconstruct that down into the skills and subset skills required for you to meet those target performance levels. Number 3, practice. Perfect practice, exactly how it would be in real life. Number 4, remove any obstacles or barriers from you following through on those skills and the trading process. And number 5, do 20 hours of pure, real study and learning and testing. Hopefully this helps, traders. Keep getting better every single day. Stay focused, stay disciplined. Keep focused on progress, not perfection. And may the markets go with you. Have a great day.
Hi traders, it's Stacy Burke from Stacy Burke Trading. If you haven't done so, please head over to my website at stacyburketrading.com. I create updates on almost a daily basis and I would love for you to receive them. Just click on the blog. If you want to enter your name and your email address, I'll send you my free audio program, The 7-Step Daily Routine for High Performance Traders. This is essential knowledge for all traders in all markets, and this is for helping traders to master the market with discipline, confidence, and a winning mindset. I appreciate all your feedback and comments. As always, traders, stay disciplined and may the markets go with you.